Accepting age and changing beauty. Dear friend, I invite you to a private moment, a moment that may feel strangely familiar when you stand alone before a mirror, gazing deeply into the eyes reflected there and whispering silently, "Is this me? Is this my face now?" I know there have been days when you looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger, not because you don't love yourself, but because you're learning to love a new version of yourself, a version whose skin may no longer be taut, whose eyes no longer sparkle like they did in your 20s, whose figure no longer fills you with pride when you slip into your favorite dress. And sometimes that makes you sad. I want you to know that sadness is not wrong. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to be strong right away. You just need to breathe and acknowledge, there's a part of me that hurts because of this change. And I'm here to embrace that part of you with all the tender love I have. Dear friend, society has taught us that beauty is tied to youth, that only what is new, smooth, and radiant deserves to be called beautiful. And we believed it for so many years. So when your body begins to change, when your face starts to bear the marks of time, you're not just seeing wrinkles, you're feeling like a part of your worth is fading away. Pause for a moment. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. And look at yourself in the mirror again. I invite you to place your hand on your cheek. Touch this skin, the skin that has felt countless kisses, that has quietly caught your tears, that has smiled thousands of times at those you love. Your skin hasn't betrayed you. It's telling your story. Every wrinkle is a map leading back to a heart that has lived fully. If tears fall, let them fall. Not because you're weak, but because you're melting away expectations, standards, and returning to yourself. You don't have to pretend you don't care. You don't have to rush to be positive. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to say there's a part of me that's scared. Scared I won't be seen as beautiful anymore. And then, from the center of your heart, a whisper will reply, "You are still beautiful. You have always been beautiful, and you will continue to be beautiful in the most sacred way." I allow myself to feel the sadness when my body changes. I acknowledge my fear and embrace it with love. I don't need to rush to heal. I just need to be present with honesty and gentleness. Dear friend, now that you've allowed your sadness to exist, now that you've paused and looked deeply into your own eyes in the mirror, I invite you to step into a new moment, a moment no longer about comparison, but about connection. I invite you to gently place your hand on your skin. It could be your cheek, your neck, your hand, or a part of your skin you've avoided touching. Don't judge, just touch, as if you're touching someone you deeply love. Dear friend, how many times have you touched your body not to love it, but to inspect, to fix, to be disappointed? How many times have you looked in the mirror, not to see beauty, but to find flaws? And now, I invite you to place your hand on your body with gratitude. This body has carried you through so many years. Your feet have walked countless paths. Your hands have held so many loved ones. This waist has shaken with laughter and tightened in pain. This face has witnessed everything you've overcome. It hasn't retreated. It has only changed. And every change is a miracle of survival. Breathe, and as you exhale, whisper in your heart, I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for every part that's changing. I don't want to go back. I just want to be here and love what is. Dear friend, beauty doesn't disappear. It only changes form. The beauty in you today isn't in the smoothness of your skin, but in the way you place your hand on your chest and feel your beating heart. It's in the way you rise after falling. It's in the way you're gentle with your vulnerable parts. You may no longer fit into the dress from years ago, but today you wear the light of experience. You may not recognize your body as it was 10 years ago, but today you walk in the freedom of gratitude. Say this to your body as if speaking to a loyal friend. Thank you for staying. Thank you for enduring. Thank you for changing and never abandoning me. I'm grateful for my body today and every day. I touch every change with light and tenderness. I don't need to return to the past. I have all the beauty I need right here in this body. Dear friend, let's take a step back, not to regret, but to remember your true light, the light that doesn't come from youth, but from presence. Do you remember the first time you laughed and forgot how you looked? The first time someone hugged you without you asking, "Am I pretty today?" The first time you felt beautiful simply because you were living true to yourself. That beauty, dear friend, never came from smooth skin or thick hair. It came from within, from the eyes that cried, witnessing kindness, from the hands that trembled as they touched someone's heart, from the laughter you no longer forced. We've lived too long in a world that taught us the younger, the more beautiful. But do you know, a blooming flower is no longer a bud, and in that moment, it's at its most radiant. True beauty comes from the fullness of the journey. Dear friend, I see the light in you, not in the past. It's here right now, in this moment, as you listen to these words with a tender heart. Your beauty is born every day through the way you forgive yourself, through the way you look at others with the gentleness that needs no makeup to adorn your voice. You don't need to try to be beautiful. You are beauty, not a different beauty, but beauty itself, the beauty that was, is, and will always shine. Dear friend, let these words stay in your heart. I don't need to reclaim past beauty. I'm living in new beauty every day, every breath, every genuine smile. My beauty isn't limited by time. I'm beautiful because I'm real. I'm beautiful because I love. I'm beautiful because I've walked a journey and keep going. Dear friend, it's time for us to breathe out gently and let go of the outdated definitions that have clung to you like a tight garment. From the time you were a little girl, you were taught that beauty lies on the outside, in measurements, hair color, skin, age. You were praised when you lost weight. You were admired when you looked younger than your age. And little by little, you began to fear time. You don't deserve to live in comparison. You don't deserve for every wrinkle to become evidence of loss. Dear friend, every mark of time on your body is a testament that you've lived, that you've loved, that you've learned to rise from wounds. Today, let's together gently take down the distorted mirror the world has hung before you. Replace it with a new mirror, a mirror of compassion. Look into that mirror and whisper, "This is the face of someone loving themselves. This is the body of someone who's walked with me my whole life. Dear friend, imagine a warm stream of water flowing through, washing away every criticism you've ever heard, washing away every "you should be this, you should be that," washing away every moment you doubted yourself, and leaving behind only relief, a new space, a new definition. Beauty is acceptance. I let go of old definitions of beauty. I choose to see myself with gentleness. I am beautiful right in this moment. Dear friend, when we sit still and take a deep breath, can you feel it something sparkling? Not from your face, not from your body, but from within you. Beauty, in its truest form, is not something you wear, not something someone gives you, but the light that radiates from within. It shines from eyes that know empathy, from your full presence, from the way you place your hand on your chest and say, "I forgive, I'm still learning to love," when you laugh without trying, when you cry without shame, when you listen with an open heart. That's when you're most beautiful. When you walk with kindness, say a gentle word to yourself. Embrace the child within. That's when your beauty blooms like a flower bathed in sunlight. Dear friend, there's no age for radiance. There's no wrong for light. You're never too old to ignite the beauty within. It's still there. It hasn't faded. It's only waiting for you to name it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a heart of light blooming within you. Each petal of light touching your skin, your hair, your eyes, every cell smiling. You're shining from within. My beauty is the light from within. I shine with compassion, presence, and love. I am beautiful in my own true and sacred way. Dear friend, have you ever stood before a mirror and instead of smiling, looked away, avoiding your own gaze? Have you ever whispered criticisms, words like, "I look awful," or "I'm not what I used to be," forgetting that this body has always been your silent, loyal companion? I invite you to return to that mirror, not to scrutinize, but to make peace. Look into your eyes, not to find wrinkles, but to find the light still burning within. Your body doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be loved. Your hands may have brown spots, but those same hands have held loved ones, wiped your tears, written your dreams. Your legs may no longer be slender, but those same legs have carried you through countless journeys, stood firm when your heart wanted to collapse. Your body is aging because it lives with you, because it has never abandoned you, even on the days you couldn't love yourself. Dear friend, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I'm sorry, dear body. I forgot you're a miracle." Then say to the mirror, "I choose to love you. I choose to be your friend today and always. I am my body's best friend. I nurture it with love, gratitude, and kindness. Every part of me deserves to be cherished." Dear friend, we've spent too many years measuring age by wrinkles, by numbers on paper, by beauty standards set by the world out there. But today, I invite you to hear a gentler truth, a truth as warm as afternoon sunlight on silver hair. Age doesn't take away your beauty, it makes you shine in a different way. Each year, lived is a layer of light gathered in your soul. Each healed wound is a flower blooming in your heart. Each courageous choice, each time you rose after failure, is a golden thread woven into the cloak of your wisdom. Age is a gift for those brave enough to live each day fully. Dear friend, think back to the 20-year-old girl within you. She may have had smooth skin, but she didn't know how to forgive as gently as you do now. She hadn't learned to love herself, even on the weakest, most chaotic days. You now, with all your cracks, with all your losses, are a glowing lamp, not blinding, but warm enough to light your own path and the paths of those following you. Age doesn't steal your beauty. It only changes how that beauty shines. From within, from stillness, from a heart that has stopped fearing and started trusting in its light. I shine with the wisdom and love that years have given me. Age is my light, not my shadow. I cherish every year lived, like a flower blooming in its season. Dear friend, your life is a garden, and each passing year is not a loss, but a changing season, gentle, profound, and full of miracles. Youth is spring, vibrant, fresh, eager to bloom. But you see, spring cannot last forever, and that's not something to mourn, because without summer, autumn, winter, how could we feel the depth of life? Your summer is when your heart burned with passion and experience. You loved, you fell, you rose, and in every shattering moment, you became real. Then autumn comes, perhaps the season you're living now. Everything softens. You no longer chase anything. You learn to walk slowly, watching golden leaves fall without regret. Because you know, falling is necessary for roots to be nourished in peace. And finally, winter, not cold as people think, but still profound, forgiving. You look back on your life not with judging eyes, but with grateful ones. Grateful that you lived, loved, fell, forgave, became the woman you are now. Dear friend, every season has its sacred beauty. No season is better than another. They're only different in color and rhythm. Just like you, no matter your age, you are lovable, worthy, and shining in your own way. I am a woman of every season. I love the youth that's past, and I cherish the years to come. My beauty isn't swept away by time, it's deepened by it. And now, dear friend, we can move to the next part together. Forgiving hurtful words about appearance and age, where we'll embrace the judgments from the outside and gently return them to the wind. Dear friend, how many times have you heard words that pierced your heart? She's too old to dress like that. You're looking so worn out. If only you'd taken better care of yourself sooner. Those seemingly harmless words left silent scratches within you. You said nothing. You smiled. But inside, a part of you withdrew, shrank, fell silent. Today, I want you to know those words don't belong to you. They don't represent the truth about you. They're shadows born from others' fears and unconsciousness. Dear friend, we can choose. Choose not to carry others' wounds in our hearts anymore. Imagine a mirror for your soul. You place those judgments before that mirror. And what do you see? A fear of aging, a fear of not being recognized, an outdated belief that a woman's worth lies in youth. But you know what? That's not the truth. And you don't need to carry it for another moment. I invite you, right now, to whisper forgiveness, not to excuse anyone, but to free yourself. I forgive the hurtful words that made me feel small. I forgive the world's unconsciousness. I forgive myself for once believing I had to be young to be loved. Dear friend, when you forgive, your heart opens like the sky after rain. You're no longer bound by prejudice. You're free to be you, beautiful, profound, and whole. I choose to let go of old hurtful words. I forgive. I am free. I am beauty beyond time and judgment. And now, after forgiving, we'll move to the next part, nurturing friendship with your body, where you'll learn to speak words of love to every wrinkle, every curve, every change. Are you ready, dear friend? Dear friend, close your eyes for a moment and imagine sitting face to face with your body, not through a judging mirror, not through others' eyes, but with the gentle gaze of a soulmate. This body has been with you since your first cry. It's carried you through childhood, youth, stumbles, and moments you wanted to give up. It's endured exhaustion, pressure, pain, and it's still here with you. Perhaps you've complained to it. Why isn't my stomach flat anymore? Where did these wrinkles come from? My body is so slow. But today, I invite you to say thank you instead of criticizing. Thank your skin for stretching with your radiant smiles. Thank your feet for taking you to places you love. Thank your heart for beating steadily, despite all the times you were hurt. Dear friend, your body doesn't demand perfection. It needs to be heard, to be valued, to be loved like a loyal, lifelong partner. I invite you to start a small daily ritual. When you look in the mirror, place your hand on your chest and whisper, "I love my body. Thank you for staying with me. We're a team. We're growing together, and I choose to nurture you with love." Nurture your body with tender care, with restful sleep, with gentle touches, with food full of light and life, with thoughts as soothing as cool water. My body is my dearest friend. I listen. I'm grateful, and I love every part of myself. My body and I grow together in light. And now, as you begin to befriend your body, let's move to the next part, redefining beauty, where you no longer chase any standard, because you're becoming the very definition of beauty from within. Are you ready, my dear friend? Have you ever wondered, how did I learn to think beauty must look like it does in advertisements? When did beauty become a comparison, an endless race with youth, smooth skin, numbers on a scale? And then we forgot what beauty is. Forgot the gentle light in your eyes when you love. Forgot the calm posture after a turbulent day. Forgot the ringing laugh, the wrinkles formed from vibrant happiness. I invite you stop chasing beauty and start redefining it from within you. Not anyone else, not the media, not fashion, only you. Only you know what your beauty is. Beauty is when you accept yourself. It's when you dare to show up with a true heart. It's when you're present, gentle, still. Beauty is when you allow yourself to age with new layers of light from within. Dear friend, every wrinkle is a chapter of your life. Every silver hair is a whisper of time. You're living. You're growing. You're becoming beautiful in your own way. You don't need anyone else's validation. You, in your deep and gentle presence, are the purest beauty. I am beauty. My beauty doesn't need proof. I shine when I live true to myself. I accept and honor the changing beauty in me every day. Now, as you've made peace with your reflection, let's move to the next part, letting go of expectations, embracing the freedom of age, where we gently shed the tight garment of must be this, must be that, and start walking with light, unburdened feet. Dear friend, how many years have you lived under the shadow of must be this and can't be that? A woman at 40 must stay youthful, at 50 must stay in shape, at 60 must age without aging. Must. And then you find yourself exhausted in a mold not made for you, a cold mold, crafted from others' gazes, from the fear of being left behind, from the memory of casual criticisms that grew heavy in your heart. Today, I invite you to put it all down. Every expectation, imagine them as tight clothes that belong to someone else, not fitting your skin. And now, you can gently take them off. No straining, no asking permission. Just breathe and choose to return to yourself. Dear friend, age isn't a burden. Age is expansion. It's when you no longer need to please anyone. It's when you dare to say, I am enough, and truly believe it. Age is when you start living without apologizing for being yourself. Imagine a woman at 60 wearing the dress she loves, walking barefoot on the sand, smiling, arms open to the breeze. No makeup needed, no reason needed, just living free, light. And you can be that way too. Right now, whether you're 30, 50, or 80, freedom doesn't ask for age. Freedom begins when you stop trying to be anything else and choose to be yourself. I release all expectations placed on me. I am free in my age. I live fully and truly as myself. Every day, I choose to love myself unconditionally. And dear friend, after letting go of expectations, we'll move to the next part, sitting by the mirror, looking back and smiling at yourself, where the gentlest light begins in your own eyes. Dear friend, I invite you to sit before a mirror, not to scrutinize, not to fix, but to meet someone you've forgotten yourself. Let your gaze soften, let your heart open, and simply look into the eyes that have shed tears and still found the courage to go on. Look at the lips that may have lost their blush, but still know how to smile when no one's there to comfort you. Look at that face, where every wrinkle is a gentle line of poetry, where changing skin is a map leading to kindness. You don't need to be young again. You don't need to be beautiful like before, because you've never stopped being beautiful. Your beauty is just changing form, becoming deeper, riper, truer. Bring your hand to your cheek, gently whisper something you've never said. Thank you. Thank you for being resilient, even when no one saw. Thank you for loving, even when love wasn't always returned. And then smile at yourself. No one can take that light from you. No time can dim that beauty, the beauty of presence, the beauty of a woman who dares to live true to her heart. I see the beauty in myself. I smile at the age growing with me. I'm grateful for every wrinkle, every mark they're proof of a life lived truly. Dear friend, after looking at yourself with loving eyes, we'll move to the final part, opening your heart, true beauty from an open heart, where the light within you spreads like a flower blooming at dusk. Dear friend, now Nins, after sitting with yourself, after whispering loving words to the face in the mirror, after loosening your heart from the chains of must be young, must be beautiful, you're ready for the most miraculous thing, opening your heart to fully embrace yourself. Every season has its own beauty. No one tells autumn to be like spring, and no one loves winter for its flowers. They love winter for its stillness, its slow breath, its deep light. You are the same. You don't need to hold on to your spring, because the autumn in you is unfolding layers of love that your 20s could never know. I invite you to open your heart to the small but radiant moments: a quiet morning, a warm embrace, a laugh without restraint, a deep sleep, a moment of being yourself. Beauty no longer lies in high cheekbones, a small waist, smooth skin. Beauty lies in presence, in the way you enter a room and bring peace, in the way you speak without hurting, in the way you touch someone's hand like a gentle breeze. That beauty, dear friend, no one can take away. No time can fade. It belongs to you because you've learned to love yourself. I open my heart to my true beauty. I'm not afraid of age because I'm growing in love. Every day, I choose to see myself with gentle eyes. I am light, and that light always shines from within. Dear friend, our journey doesn't end here. Every day, every breath, every glance at yourself in the mirror is a gentle reminder that you are still beautiful, and you will always be beautiful because you are you. Thank you for listening, for being brave, and for opening your heart. I, with all my love, embrace you with these words.